Everybody doing? Dr. C. Victor Herbert III, and I'm taking it to the house.
And I'm Dr. Timothy Hoover, and I'm taking it to the house. I start off wanting just to say to those that are affected by the lives lost in the tragic air disaster in DC, Virginia area, my heart is weeping for you all tonight. So if you take the time to hear this, take a few minutes just to lift names up and those that were affected in prayer today. I'm a believer. God's got this whole thing all under control. But however, the suddenness, the sadness, the disaster is just that it's a disaster. And on behalf of this platform, taking it to the house, we send out our prayers to those that were affected. Having said that, we're a distraction. We are talking heads. We talk sports. We talk fandom. Sometimes we are fanatic about what we do. And we're a little bit fanatical right now because it's the NFL playoffs. And we had some nuggets this weekend, brother. How are you, Dr. Vic? Talk to me.
Hey, I'm doing a lot better than Buffalo Bill fan. As you know, last week I was feeling a certain kind of way. But karma's great. My tight end drops a game winner. Their tight end drops a field goal tire. So look, I think I'm doing a lot better than them Buffalo Bill fans. But other than that, man, this time of season of the NFL, it's met with two sides of the coin. Excitement that you're finally here, the long season, the Super Bowl. The other side is sadness, man, because
Yeah.
in a couple weeks, there ain't nothing on Sunday. And now we got to go to the dark, dark days of the spring, the summer, and to start hearing all the pre-camp stuff. And it gets all sad until September comes around. So it's almost like a bittersweet time, and spouses start getting their significant other back. So it's an exciting time, but it's kind of sad. How you feeling about it all?
Good, good. But don't talk your way into depression. We got some good times now. So enjoy the moment. Don't talk about what's going to be. How about right now? Eagles, Commanders, two black quarterbacks going at it. One, a rookie at that. One, been to the Super Bowl already. I thought it was a good showing, man. Not just that they represented themselves well as black quarterbacks, but or CEOs of their organization, but just how they played in general, and then how they handled their business off the field. I'm a fan of them off the field as much as I am on the field. But when you talk about Jaden Daniels, godly, again, I'm gonna say he didn't look like a rookie, he didn't play like a rookie, and he was just short of a few more playmakers on his team. In particular, the defense. Their defense, what is their wolfbane? What is their nemesis? Is they can't stop a run. As Bart Scott said, they can't stop a nosebleed. They couldn't. Oh, what do the Eagles do best? Run that rock, tote the mail. So they went with their strength. Talk about the Eagles, went with their strength, and they dominated, bro. I counted like five TDs. I believe rushing TDs. I mean, Jalen Hurts had two of those on his own, and then your boy Barkley. I think he's still running right now. Right now, I think he's still running. He's running like Uber. He don't stop. He's a Uber driver, cloned as Barkley. But all seriousness, man, the Eagles just outmatched them. We're talking about five turnovers for the Commanders. And when you give a team that's already superior extra reps, you're supposed to lose. And so it turned out not like I wanted, but as I expected. I toss it to you, sir.
Yeah, so my heart was with the Commanders being here in the DC area, but my mind was with the Eagles. I knew that they'd pull it out, but I just wanted a better quality product. And the great thing is you talked about Jay Daniels, they didn't lose because of him. And the other thing about Jay Daniels, he's a rookie. This is the worst he will ever play. Like, this should be the worst he ever plays. If this is his worst season as a rookie, that just shows how much upside he has. He already he has tied the amount of wins in the playoffs as almost Lamar Jackson. Lamar is like 3-5. In his freshman year, his rookie year, Jane Daniels won two, and he made it to the AFC Championship game. So he's 2-1. It took Lamar Jackson 7 playoff games to even make it to the championship game. So the upside is great. So just to see what Jay Daniels did, I mean, again, the buzz here in the city is great. I expected a little bit more out of the game. I mean, dang, man. 55 points. Like you said, the doggone defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. But gosh, it just first play of the game, you know it's going to Barkley. And that just shows just the power of Barkley, where you know it's coming and you still can't stop it. So from an aesthetic point of the game, I was kind of disappointed, because who thinks you're going to have 55 points hung on you in an NFC championship game? The winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. So
Right.
someone didn't show up. And again, it wasn't the rookie. Rookie did his part, almost a flawless game. And you said it. When they give him some more playmakers, they get him some more playmakers. And dare I say, if they go out there and they get T. Higgins out of the Bengals, it's a ooh-wee. And they get the one good solid running back, because you start looking at the NFC East, how they start to be made up. You start to have that back in the days ground game, blue collar working. You got Barkley leading the charge. Oh boy, it's going to be great. So then I turned to look at the Eagles. Okay, they are who we thought they were. They're supposed to be there. They're the number 2 seed. They showed up to the dance, said, Detroit, where are you at? So now they have a chance. They have a chance to avenge their loss from a couple years ago with Kansas City Chiefs, which was a really good Super Bowl 2 years ago. So it's going to be a very exciting game. I think we got the best of the best that's there. But hats off to them. They stayed true to their identity. They ran the ball, passed when they needed to, stop our best player, which is Saquon Barkley. So it was great.
Yeah. So you were talking about a nice running back and a couple of the playmakers, to include T. Higgins. You're in the offensive side. I think they need to shore up the defense. They need a pass rusher. It would be nice to have an elite edge rusher and a run stopper. And it doesn't have to be a linebacker, but maybe even on the defensive line, somebody that could just shore up that line. But maybe 2 players on the defensive side. You don't need it. Everybody would love to have a shutdown corner, but the shutdown corner, they don't grow on trees. And so to me, we're on the opposite side of the ball. What they need, they probably need a little bit of both offense and defense. And we talk about playmakers. That includes the defense as well, to help them. But one thing they don't have to worry about is the quarterback position. The quarterback position, I'm talking about the Commanders, y'all. If y'all can't keep up, I'll slow down. Matter of fact, rewind the tape if y'all can't keep up with me, fans. I'm talking about the quarterback for the Commanders. Wow, wow, wow. When the season started, I paid no attention to him. Yeah, I knew he was the Heisman Trophy winner. Yes, I knew he came out of LSU. Yes, I saw a skinny quarterback given the reins, given the keys to the Porsche, and I had no expectations, none, me personally. Well, guess what? I love when somebody says, listen, hey, Hoover, doc my ass. You, yeah, you little dude right there. Look at me. Pay attention to me. He made me. He made me. And I'm not a casual fan. He made me look at it, respect his name. He made me respect his game. And now I want him more fame. That's what I want. That's what I want for him. Not for me, but for him, because of the way he carries himself, like I said and alluded to earlier, how he represents himself and his family off the field. So I'm a fan, and I'll be paying attention to him going forward.
No, definitely a fan. Very excited, very humble kid. Now I got a question for you as we move forward for next season. NFC East has showed something. Washington Commanders are a couple years ahead of schedule. So I'm not even putting the Giants in there. They need to get them a quarterback. Show me something on paper. Show me something on the field, and I can talk about it. 3 teams right now, almost like the NFC North. You got the Eagles, you got the Commanders, you got the Cowboys. So looking at next year, if Jay Daniels, who we believe he is to be, and Jalen Hurts and Saquon doing what they got to do, do the Cowboys have a seat at this table? Did the Cowboys lose their window? Dak is about 10 years. He's already been in the league at least 10 years. What are your thoughts about the forecast for the NFC East? We watched what happened with the North, how Detroit became that team. And the Eagles, the Vikings became that team, the Packers. What do you think about the landscape of the NFC East?
Okay, now how the Cowboys even made it to this conversation baffles me. I don't know. They will not get a seat at the table, healthy Dak or not. No, and the hiring of Schottenheimer doesn't ring the bell to me. Okay, and am I being disrespectful? Yes, I am, based on history. It's just Jerry Jones don't do nothing for me. But okay, let's say they stay healthy. Uh, Dak is probably the third best quarterback of those three, starting with that. Okay, let's look at the coach. No name. Schottenheimer ain't no name. So he's maybe the fourth best coach in their league. Their defense, compared to last year, Cowboys I'm talking about, they let me down this year compared to last year. They should have been better, and I don't know why they fell off. The offense fell off when Dak fell off, and that was automatic. So just based on this year's performance alone, and I know that's not indicative of what of future outcomes. I know that, but you have to factor it in. No, they don't deserve a seat at the table, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I want them to do like Jaden did. Show me what you can do. You with all the tools, staying healthy. Show me what you can do. Schottenheimer surprised me. They had a quarterback. Excuse me. They had a Super Bowl winning coach in McCarthy over there. They had him. They had Dak who was healthy last year, the year before. It's not. No, I don't know what it is. They lost their running back. They lost their running scheme. They had no offense the last year. So Eagles right now going forward and Commanders going forward. 1, 2, and nobody else to be mentioned until you could prove it. You got to show me. Answer your own question, sir. What say you?
I totally agree with you. I think that stability means a lot now. Stability. You just said it. They just lost a Super Bowl winning coach in McCarthy, who's been with the team, what, 5 years, 12 wins, and he had an off year, but you can't blame him on this quote unquote off year. Injuries. But we're talking about stability. Who the hell is Schottenheimer? I know his daddy. I don't know him. He's been in the league for 20 something years. I ain't never heard his name not one time.
Yeah.
I ain't heard his name not one time. Look, I know more about Detroit Lions offensive defensive coordinator. I know who. Damn, I
Yeah.
forgot. I knew Kellen Moore used to be on the
Right.
Dallas Cowboys, and he's moved on since then. I didn't know. I didn't know who this guy is. So stability. Then you look at, like we talked about, upside. The Commanders are only going to get better. You got Cliff Kingsbury, on the Washington Commanders sidelines as the offensive coordinator, and Dan Quinn, Super Bowl competed in the Super Bowl, played was on teams with the Super Bowl, so he's got a caliber, understands defense, learned the hard knocks. And then you have Sirianni, who's been baptized by fire. He fits into Philadelphia culture where they hate him, he hate them.
Yeah.
He hate them, he hate them. They love him, he love them. It is what it is. He understands the culture. He got them to the Super Bowl 2 times in the last 3 years. 2 times in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So stability. They got the running game. So man, right now, as we go for next year, I am predicting that Dallas Cowboys, so they showed me something. They are the third best team in their own division.
Right.
Means they are in threat if they can make the playoffs, because I'm still going to give hands the three teams in the NFC North: Detroit, Minnesota, and the Packers. NFC South, Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
or the Falcons, but it's Tampa Bay because the Baker Mayfield, and again, stability.
Yeah.
And then NFC West, it's going to be the Niners, or it's going to be the Rams. I don't think Seattle's ready for it. So
I'm gonna leave that alone.
and I know we got to leave it alone, but because the argument is, I don't think Dallas. I think I see dark days ahead.
Yeah, that's yeah. You don't have to be a weather forecaster. That is probably a problem. And I know I got family that's staunch Cowboy fans. I'm not hating on them or for them. I want the best for them. Matter of fact, I want everybody to win. But guess what? Not everybody is going to win or can win. Really, it's and you know this. You're the expert in this. Organizational structures, stability matters. And for years, it does not. Again, the Cowboy fan base, they had those championships in over 30 years ago. They lean on that. They put their hat on that. But what can they say going forward? What have they been able to say with any conviction or promise that they're building for right now or the future? They can't say that because their owner doesn't seem to be making those kind of moves that you're a power player. He doesn't. But I'll tell you one thing, and I bash, and a lot of people bash Jerry Jones. I'm going to say this about Jerry Jones. Everybody has benefited in the NFL and fans because of him, because he is a mass marketer extraordinaire. So you got to give him credit, and every NFL and every fan should give pause to thank him really for his branding, his technique, his way of being able to make the NFL as big as it is. And he's going to go. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. Period. And he deserves it. Contributions to the league. However, when it comes to the day in and day out operations of the Cowboys, and we're talking about the future and look and forecasting, he probably needs to step back. That's what I think. I know our producer was talking about he was getting his son ready because he was general manager for an arena league. Bruh, this ain't the arena league. This is the freaking NFL. And what have you done for me lately?
I'm with that, baby. I'm with that. So switching to the other conference, man.
Let's go.
The other
We're talking about Chiefs and Bills. What a game, bruh. If we and the Castle fan, that would be like my wife. She don't want to watch no game, whether it's football, basketball, to the last 2 minutes of the game. Man, if she were to watch the last, and she did not, but if she were to watch the last 2 minutes of the game, that would have survived the game. That would be the game. And you can go and write books about the last 2 minutes of the game. Talk about mismanagement. You talk about preparation. You talk about execution. You talk about maybe choking. I don't know, eating a peanut butter sandwich at the wrong time with no milk. Yeah, we're talking about it was a toss-up game up until the last 2 minutes. We're talking about the last minute. And the team that executed the best, made the less mistakes, won the game. And in the last 2 minutes, it was not decided. So I was excited. I wanted the Chiefs to win, but it didn't look like they were going to win. The Bills had a chance to go down, and I'm still in the 2 minutes. I'm not even talking the game. They had a chance to go tied up in the last 2 minutes with a field goal. Okay, let's pause right there. Because most of us know it's not the last 2 minutes of the game that you win or lose it in. Most of us know that because it's what you've done the whole game. The Bills, come on, people forgot those missed 2-point conversions that put them in that predicament. People forgot about those fourth down runs that put them in that predicament. No, it came down to you failed, and now you need a Hail Mary. You need hope. I didn't see that from the Chiefs. I didn't see them being scared at all. I saw that they were prepared for the moment, that like they had been there before. And big brother beat little brother again. Took his head, gave him a noogie, and said, "Come on back." And by the way, gave him a wedgie on the way out the door. Okay, and he's crying to mama, "Mom." Oh. So I'm gonna give it to you, man, because I can go on and on till the break of dawn. Go ahead, sir. Hop in.
I love what you said. I love what you said. Chiefs are not going to beat themselves. You got to beat them. Josh said it perfectly in Ric Flair's, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And you look at what the Buffalo Bills did, and I'm going to throw my Ravens in there. You play a full game.
Yes.
Both those teams, they they could not complete. Lamar Jackson knows how to do. Everybody has to think as a team and be ready for the big moment. Like I said last week, you're not gonna see Kelsey drop that ball.
Mm.
Well, Kincaid or Dawson coming across like that, like Josh Allen. Kelsey's not gonna drop that ball. You're going to rise. They're not gonna beat themselves. You have fear if Patrick Mahomes has the ball with 2.5, 3 minutes left. But this time I watched the game saying, how Josh Allen and them going to lose this? I did not doubt. I did not doubt that Kansas City was going to win. I want to know how Buffalo was going to lose it. Because if Patrick Mahomes has that ball in 2.5, 3 minutes, done deal. We're like, man, how's he going to do this? Who's it going to be? It's going to be Worthy. It's going to be Kelsey. It's going to be Mahomes' legs. How are they going to do it? So this time you watch and you're like, as you stated, there's 58 minutes prior to. Why are you going for 2-point conversion early on? You're outthinking yourself, coach. Outthinking yourself. You know it's a 60-minute game. You're going to have opportunities. You're going to have turnovers. You're going to have turnover on downs. You're going to have opportunities for those 2 points. Get your one, get your one, get your one. When do I need the 2? Don't outthink yourself. Right. Because as we always say, Andy Reid's playing chess, not checkers, bruh.
Right.
He's playing chess, not checkers. Oh, no, this board is black and white, not red and black. Oh, come Tremont, friend. Come here. You talk about the Bills being little brother. I'm looking at Andy Reid saying he the big brother to McDermott. You want to play again? Bruh, you and I have played Madden for years and was wearing my dad's ass out. And we knew how to do it. Every time. We may even give him a 2 touchdown lead in the fourth quarter. It's only a 5-minute quarter. And what we do, we start playing with our food. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Bro, Andy Reid has their number, man. For like, how gut-wrenching can that be? Last week I talked about Lamar Jackson, MVPs, all this kind of stuff, and can't get the big one. What does it feel like when Josh Allen could look at his predecessor and Jim Kelly be like, damn, he at least made the Super Bowl 4 times and lost. But Josh Allen's like, I keep going against Patrick Mahomes 4 times and I lost. I could beat him in the regular season. What happens here? Damn, boy, that's got to hurt. And that's got to hurt, bruh. That's got to, like, and now they're even talking about the coach maybe can't get it done. The coach can't, I mean, you just can't get it done, man. What a chess match, man.
In game analysis. And the announcers were even talking about it. When Josh is under center and he's going to quarterback sneak, he's going to go to the left. If the announcer knows that and the Chiefs know that, how come the Bills don't adjust? You got a hell of a running back there. Where's your bigs at? Don't you have a tush push in your arsenal? Come on. That's something that needs to be addressed because they're leaning on Josh Allen for all those. You saw it for every quarterback sneak or every short yardage distance that they needed. It was Josh Allen left, Josh Allen left, Josh Allen left. That I can stop that. I can stop that. The world knows that. That's a coaching thing. That's an execution thing. And that's also not being prepared because everybody else knew about it. And then when the Chiefs needed to run the ball, the clock down, run it out, you get it back to them. And in our thread, they were talking about, oh, it's not over yet. Hell, I said it's over. We knew it's over. There's a lot of people said it's over, but there were not triple zeros on. Okay, so you got to go through the motions. And what we saw was Mahomes right, Mahomes left, execute, pass, dink, dunk, first down. Cool. Nobody knew how he was going to do it, just knew it was going to get done because, as you said, it's in Mahomes' hands, and in Mahomes, we trust. Execution down. What's his name? P. Ryan, I believe that's his name, hadn't touched the ball the whole game. Bruh, It's cold in Kansas City. It was probably 30 degrees when it started. It's probably 10 degrees when it ends. And the only time he touches the ball is when he needs to catch the ball. Oh, we talked about Hopkins. Hopkins, where was Hopkins? Who cares? I'm gonna tell you where he's going to be in 2 weeks. He didn't have to show. No, the better team won. The better coach won. Again, execution, but being prepared for the moment. You also know that luck, you sometimes make your own luck because you're prepared for the moment. And they were. Josh Allen, matter of fact, I thought it was going to be a beat down by the Chiefs, the way it started and how Josh was performing in the very beginning. Like he had nerves, like the lights were just too bright. He was on that large stage again. You saw those passes, should have been intercepted, could have been intercepted, but they weren't. However, like you said, we got a great Super Bowl matchup coming on. We got the Eagles, we got the Chiefs, and the best teams from each conference is going to be in the Super Bowl. We can't talk about woulda, shoulda, coulda. The Lions having the best record or one of the best records. We can't talk about what you were doing when it was okay. Preseason, I call it preseason because the real season is the postseason. And if y'all didn't keep up with that, rewind the tape. Y'all understand. Okay, we'll break it down for y'all later. You get me on Monday. Okay, you'll get me next week. Anyway, let's go. Eagles, Chiefs. Eagles, Chiefs. I'm not asking you to make your pick. Let's just break it down. Coach, who's the best coach?
Andy Reid.
Okay. Quarterback,
Mahomes.
playmakers.
Mm.
That's where the Eagles, that's where the Eagles, from the receivers to running back. That's where the Eagles, and don't forget the defense, because the defense they don't give up nothing.
Yeah, boy. Some nasty jokers over there.
I can see the Eagles putting up a good fight, even winning this game. Because Hurts has to be accounted for. He will tuck the ball and he will run also. So their running game is I don't know. I don't know if the Chiefs can really stop that. I really don't. And we will see, because the Chiefs now are known not for their offense, but for their defense. So one has a very good offense, that being the Eagles, and the other one has a very good defense, that being the Chiefs. But Mahomes and Andy Reid on offense as a collective, can they overcome the playmakers for the Eagles if you were to put them head to head, apples to apples? That's going to be a nice little matchup, because all year the Chiefs to me did just enough to win, and they did not beat themselves. But I wanted to hear your take, sir.
You made a great point. It brings me to this. Best roster versus best team. Eagles got a great roster. They probably got the best roster. But the best team, the Chiefs. Because I'm looking at coach all the way down to the ball boy. That's the team. The roster is what you put on the field. And you're right. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. You got the twins on the outside between Brown and Adams. You got this nasty deep. That's a great roster. But just like we watched McDermott, just like we watched Harbaugh, some of these teams beat themselves. They overthink. I don't trust Sirianni. He could give a good game.
Okay.
Not only I don't trust Sirianni, I don't trust which Hurts shows up. I do trust Andy Reid, and I do trust Steve Spagnuolo. Because even when we talked about the dissection of the Bills in the last 2 minutes, even when you listen to Josh Allen, he says, we knew the blitz was coming, but the way to disguise the blitz. I watched it's done to my Ravens. When we have, even before we had Derrick Henry, we had J.K. Dobbins and we had Lamar Jackson. We're still number one rushing and passing team last year. And we got 10 points. We got 10 points. And they only had to score 17. So I'm not going to discount the Chiefs in these 2 weeks for Spagnuolo to dial up some things and watch how they will frustrate Jalen Hurts. Okay. Like we were saying in basketball, Shaq's gonna get his. Saquon Barkley gonna get his. He gonna get his. But can they stop Mahomes? Because Mahomes is not gonna make the mistakes.
Mm,
Jalen's gonna make the mistakes.
mm,
They get down in that hole too much because Mahomes will hang 20 of them so quick, and Kelsey, and they know how to be methodical and take that clock. You can't run the ball all day.
mm.
They can out. I would see Andy Reid with that ball possession and putting the ball and putting so many points with that time possession that they make Saquon not be able to run the ball without even putting their defense on. That's
Okay.
that test match I would love to watch.
Let's not forget about the infighting that was earlier in the season with Brown and Hurts. And we shouldn't even hear about it, but it gets to our ears. Clearly, there's something going on with that. Don't forget the quarterback and the coach are not on the same sheet of music. But for some organizations, that actually it's like, and I don't believe in abusing your wife or your girl or slapping her or anything, but some of them like it, right? The Philadelphia Eagles might like this infighting. That might excite them. That might turn them on. I don't know, but a lot of organizations need to be whole, not fractured together. They need to be unified, showing unity. And I believe infighting happens in every organization. I don't care. The Chiefs, the Lakers, back in the day, it happens. But some people can smooth it over. You know about organizational leadership. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But I would like to know if that matters, if that's going to matter in this time when it's most tense, when the stress is on. And in the military, we trained our folks for the most stressful conditions so that when they're in it, it's like just breathe. We're prepared. Just go for it. So that's one thing I'll be looking for. I'll never get an answer to. Did the infighting earlier in the season factor into their win or the loss? Nobody can answer that for me, but I do know it is a factor.
I agree because it had the Rams. See, this is where I started looking at. Not because they struggled this team, the Rams gave them a fight in Philly.
Yeah.
Stafford is no Mahomes. Puka Nacua is not a worthy. He's good, but Sean McVay, they part of a tree. I think the Shanahan tree. There's two versions of the Eagles. They are literally a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Are they going to score 55 points on the Chiefs? Nope. They can easily score 15, 20 points they scored against the Rams. I mean, so there was a couple Ram mistakes. A young Ram team who found their voice late in the season, early in the playoffs, to give a competitive match. And that was their first game, the Eagles' first game. And the next week they played the Commanders. So they kind of got over a little bit. I'm not saying, hey, look, a win's a win, but they're not playing that caliber team. And so because they haven't got stressed in the playoffs and they're not that type of team, I do see that pressure is placed on them by Andy Reid, Kelsey, Spagnuolo, Mahomes, Worthy, Juju Smith, Hopkins. It's a whole different attitude on that sideline. I still think the Eagles are a little bit immature for some of these big time moments, and I think that'll be the difference for them. And I'll come back to Hunter.
Well, next week we make our predictions. We're gonna stand on it. Win or lose, we're gonna stand on it. And we want y'all fans, let us know what y'all think. Tune in, talk to us, hit us up. We want to know because it's on and popping. And then to my co-host point, it's all going to come to an end. I'll talk about the NFL season, and then we're going to go right into my wheelhouse. Then we're going to talk NBA. I can't wait. I want to talk about it now, but we're out of time already. I love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in, and we hope to see y'all next week. God bless you.
Hey, you all know the routine. Hit us up on our social media platforms, Instagram, the Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, X, Facebook, all the above. Love hearing from y'all. We had a great time today. Let us know y'all picks. Talk to y'all next week. Dr. Vic taken to the house. We're out.
was hot. That was fire, brother. That was fire. I know you got things to do.
Love you, baby.
Have a good meeting, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know. All right.